Welcome to the next video on the Practical Weapons channel. Every year I try to get some interesting budget blades into my collection. Sometimes budgets change, sometimes they stay the same. Usually I try to stay within $100 to $200 total for the purchase. And this year I bought a couple of new cold steel blades amongst other things. And today is the first video on the year 2021 end of the year purchases. This was a MidWay USA sale, $22 something cold steel, new cold steel chaos push knife, one of the SK5 blade knives, and an addition into my chaos set. I already had a chaos tanto. Here it is. And now I am adding a chaos push blade. Again, you can hold it in multiple ways. I think the best way is this way. But again, this is basically the same thing. Take a look. I honestly don't know how practical this is going to be. You do have striking areas or ability to install striking add-ons just like this one. I did not install them yet because I want to see what this knife is capable of first and how comfortable it actually is. The difference between the two holds is, from my perspective, whether the blade is going to look down or look up, possibly. But in essence, in most cases, this is supposed to be symmetric with the hand. It can cut, it can push, but in essence, this is a push dagger concept that could be rather interesting when using. But again, there is no way I can test it against a real target. No crimes to be committed on this channel. So we're going to use the most basic of the targets. Remains of an Amazon box. And it has been cut before. But as you can see, it doesn't take much effort to push the blade through. It is extremely sharp. Now, can it cut? Yes. Is it comfortable cutting it with it? Extremely no. Hence, push blade. I would not use this for cutting motions. Maybe as a absolutely last chance. But I would not. Because it's going to go against the fingers. Whichever way you're going is going to go against two of the fingers. That is not the way I would like to feel. Let me be honest with you. Now, this knife is made in Taiwan, of course, being the new cold steel and being their budget line, which is not a problem for me. It's the real China, so to speak, right? Now, you might not have seen the chaos tanto. I don't think they're sold anymore. But it was also made in Taiwan, and in many ways it resembles the new push blade, being from the same series of the knives. Admittedly, the handle can be removed, theoretically, or at least unscrewed on the chaos tanto. This is a single piece handle, and it is a little bit more comfortable to grip. Honestly, I wish I had the same stippling pattern on the bigger brother knife, so to speak. But I guess they have learned a little with time. So this was my basic purchase, and I'm going to finish by weighing this knife. It is supposed to weigh 8.4 ounces, and judging that I need to switch to ounces, this was set for my Russian language video. Interesting. The blade with the sheath is 11.5 ounces. Let's see without. Without it is 8.2 ounces, so it's neither hit or miss. This is closer, but I would expect the weight of the blade to be measured with the sheath, because that is what you put on your belt or on your pocket or on your vest. Interesting. Didn't expect that. Of course, the Chaos Tanto is a lot heavier, 22.3 ounces. Which is not surprising considering how big this thing is. So that is the very basic tabletop review or overview, I would say, of the Chaos Tanto and the Chaos Push Blade from my Cold Steel collection. One of these days I'm going to try to get the whole collection on the table and go over it. This was the AT&T3 Chaos Push Knife. $5mm thick blade, which is not much, but not that little. I don't know how hefty this knife is going to be. I don't know how far the blade goes in. It is hard to see in the situation whether the tang actually goes in, but I would expect so because there is not much to depend on. But I still would be very afraid of hitting this thing flat on any hard surfaces. It could break off. I wouldn't be surprised by it. And if you buy one of these, don't be surprised that it will take some effort to get the blade out of the sheath on the first tries. I actually had to put effort into it. That's how hard this thing was. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.